everyone, it's Caroline here. I'm just making a little recording to welcome you all to the Rainbow Warrior Women's Group. I'm really thrilled that I've had so many amazing women join me so far, and it's just in a week or so that I've put this page together. I just want to, I suppose, as an introduction, I've put the Mindyou interview that I did with Brian Barnes being recently in the feed, so people can have a little listen to kind of the history of my, my background and my professional background, and then, how I look to mind others through my writing and through the work that I've started to roll out in recent years. I set this page up last September because I had it in mind to create a space to support women. And, a lot of this all kind of springs from, as I've talked about before, this deep meditation that I went into, this deep contemplation that I was kind of drawn into, and about 7 years ago it started, and I suppose from that sprung my writings as a way of trying to express, my findings, would say. And I am very aware that I had a certain disposition that, that is unique to me, as everybody has, everybody, which is what's so exciting about life, is that every single individual is so profoundly unique. And that's what really excites me. It really, really drives me to create these spaces, to write, to create the vision that I have going forward, which is one of fantastic possibility. But within that possibility, there is going to be a lot of work required, and that inner work. And I will try to share with you, my findings, and try to explain to you, the terrain of the inner landscape. And why am I particularly creating a page for women, you might ask? It's not that I'm trying to exclude men in any way. It's not that I have a problem with men in any way. And it's not that I just feel that women have unique challenges, we say, in life. And, the internet space can be, is a very open area, and there can be a lot of negativity. And I just thought that to try and protect people and the group, it would be nice to have a private space to bring together, even if it's just a small group of women that are like-minded, and to support them in their work that they do in the world. Whether that work is minding children at home, whether it is taking care of their parents or their carers, whether it's, working in well-being, that's supporting other people in their mental health issues, whether it's teaching, whether it's psychotherapy, whether it's, in any aspect of life, in their profession and in their business, in their new initiatives that they want to create in the world. If it's, even just if it's mourning, if it's going through challenging times, all of these aspects of our life, even with children and parenting, they're extremely challenging, and they need a supportive environment. And, women, we need to be strong. We all know that, we have to give. In our nature, it is to give and to nurture and to give of ourselves. But in giving of ourselves, it's vitally important that we are supported in our core, and we are able and have tools to be able to look after ourselves first. I think our culture is starting to understand this, but it's definitely something that hasn't been talked about that much. We have actually been trained, I suppose, in a way to serve others first, and that has been ingrained in us through generations to generations, and it's been a necessity, put the other person first, put the children first, put everybody else in the family first. When you think about the responsibility that woman has, it's massive, and their mental state and their well-being is vitally important because it ripples out and it is, it affects everybody around them. And it is very common for women to feel anxious, to feel isolated, to feel unsupported in the way that they can flourish, and I'd like to share with you my findings on this through my own personal journey, through research, through contemplation, and I like to go in deep into different topics, and hopefully this, my insights and my contemplations will help you. Also, I'd like to talk about a little bit about the landscape of the self-help kind of industry at the moment. There is a huge amount of talk about mindfulness and well-being, which is absolutely fantastic, and it comes from the Buddhist teachings, of the East, and we have so many gems of, the wisdom traditions around the world that we can pull from. We have Zen, we have Buddhism, Hinduism, we have the Sufis, we have, even the Christian mystics, we have and I suppose through my research and my own contemplation, I've realized and understood that, what does mindfulness do for you and what doesn't it do for you? And it is vitally important that everybody, tries to become present in their everyday lives. And I think, that can take many forms. It can be being present in what you're doing in your everyday tasks around the house, which is kind of an active meditation. Or you can try and sit still and calm your mind and, do your breathing exercises, which calms the nervous system. Now, I think it's important to say that some people aren't comfortable with meditation and they aren't comfortable and find it very difficult to maybe calm their mind and sit in contemplation. Like, it seems very foreign to them. I would say that what it does help is with anxiety. It's massively helpful with the nervous system. So what it does is it takes the fight or flight responses into training your mind to calm your mind, so that we're using the front part of our mind so that we can make the calm decisions. But what I see missing from the conversation is the active contemplation. And this is where I, without realizing, had done all my life, and where I would look into my inner thoughts, my inner world, my inner landscape, and I kind of it was like a purification process. So what I offer, I suppose, is a contemplative space. So, I'm definitely talking about mindfulness, but I suppose what's different about this page will be more about contemplation. I'm a contemplative. So that means that I would use my mind for deep thought and deep thought around, the nature of reality, and a close and fostering a close relationship with the fabric of reality. So a close relationship with the fabric of reality is really our relationship with ourselves, because reality and ourselves aren't two. It's just that sometimes our thoughts are separating us from ourselves. So with a combination of mindfulness and contemplation, we get closer to that, and we get closer to the truth of who we are. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in mining for that truth within yourself. And because that is gold, and it's gold in the world, and this is what we need. We need that gold in the world at the moment. And there's a journey of self-discovery within that. And this is where I will be probing and talking about and discussing with you and asking you to look deeper and to explore those relationships that you have in your everyday life, the deep relationship that you have with yourself, because everything that you perceive in your day-to-day life is a mirror of yourself in truth. So we'll be looking and asking you to deepen your understanding of that as we progress. And you will find that as you deepen your understanding of your intimate relationship with reality, then your inner strength grows from that. You become stronger within yourself, and you become more able to deal with the challenges that come in your life. And actually a lot of challenges, might come and clear a lot of issues that maybe you couldn't move through before. So this is, I suppose the type of tone and conversation we'll be having here, and I hope it'll be beneficial for you. And I really look forward to getting to know you all and enjoying our time together. Thank you so much. Bye.